Welcome to Mr. Hollow. Today, I'll be sharing with you a chilling tale about a haunted library that dates back to the year 1920. The old library loomed over the town square, its stone walls weathered and stained from decades of rain and snow. The heavy wooden doors creaked open as I stepped inside, the musty smell of old books filling my nose. The library was empty except for the librarian at the front desk, an elderly woman with gray hair pulled into a tight bun. I wandered the stacks, running my fingers along the spines of worn leather-bound volumes. The library was dead silent except for the ticking of an old clock somewhere. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the wooden floors. I rounded a corner into the local history section and paused. There, standing between the shelves, was a young woman. She wore an old-fashioned dress, her dark hair pulled into a bun at the nape of her neck. As I watched, she reached out and ran her fingers along the spines of the books, a sad smile on her pale face. I took a step forward.
"Excuse me, miss,"
I said hesitantly. The woman turned, her eyes widening as she saw me. She took a step back, fear flashing across her face. Then she vanished. I blinked, but she was gone. A chill ran down my spine as I realized I had just seen a ghost. I hurried to the front desk.
"Miss, I think I just saw a ghost in the local history section,"
I said breathlessly. The librarian looked at me over her spectacles.
"Oh yes, we have several spirits that haunt this library,"
she said matter-of-factly. "That one you saw is Mary. Oh dear, she loved books so much when she was alive. Now she spends her afterlife among them." My heart pounded as the librarian told me the story of Mary, a young woman who had died tragically in the 1920s. Her spirit had been seen for decades by patrons and staff alike. "She's quite harmless," the librarian assured me. "Just loves her books." But I could not shake the eerie feeling that had come over me when Mary vanished. That night, I dreamed of the library. I wandered the stacks calling for Mary, but there was no response. The library was deathly still. I rounded a corner and came face to face with Mary. She smiled sadly at me.
"I'm so lonely here.
She whispered.
Will you be my friend?"
I woke with a start, my heart racing. The next day I returned to the library, determined to find Mary again. This time the local history section was empty. I searched every aisle but saw no sign of her. As I made my way back to the front, a book flew off the shelf and hit me in the back of the head. I spun around just as another book flew at me, barely missing.
"Mary,"
I called out tentatively. Silence.
"Play with me."
Then a chill. I hurried for the exit, books flying at me from every direction now, hitting my back, my arms, my legs. I burst through the doors into the bright afternoon, heart pounding. As I looked back, I saw Mary's face pressed against the window, her eyes black, mouth twisted into a cruel smile. She mouthed the words,
"We will be friends forever."
I ran, the image of that haunting face burning into my memory. The librarian was right. Mary's spirit had once been harmless. But years of loneliness and isolation had warped her joy of books into a twisted desire for companionship. As I walked away from the library, I couldn't help but wonder how many other spirits haunted those stacks. Driven mad by eternity among the pages, the library would stand for centuries more. A place both living and dead, its ghosts seeking what they could never have again. I hurried home, the memory of Mary's haunting face lingering in my mind.
Forever.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found it captivating. Please remember to leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling horror stories.